them out of transition. This team is long and athletic, and if they get out in the open court, you're in big trouble.
Thunder trailing by 8. And here's Westbrook from the arc. LeBron with the block. Here's the 3. And that is good. LeBron's got his second bucket of the night. And the Thunder in the half court, more of a jump shooting team.
And sometimes that can be a backhanded compliment. When you look at their roster, Durant, Westbrook, Ibaka, even Reggie Jackson, you know, all pretty good from mid-range. So they spread you out, and then, of course, Durant's jump shot is pretty much unguardable.
Cleveland with the ball. They're on a 17-6 run. Irving from long range. Again, Irving missing.
You know, even though he missed that one, great shooters have a way of feeling when they've got enough room to pull the trigger.
Yeah, and not enough defensive coverage there to prevent him from firing that time. But yeah, I think if he's open, he's got to let that thing fly.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Thompson's checked in. Dion Waiters checked in for the Thunder. Reggie Jackson comes in for Russell Westbrook. And here's a look at some of the most multi-dimensional players in the NBA. Not only can they pass, they can fill it up. The highest scoring point guards this season. Kyrie Irving third.
And this is a group of guys who have that uncanny knack to simply score and deliver the offense in addition to running the offense. What a star-studded bunch of players.
Yeah, I agree with you. The thing that, to me, makes these guys special, Steve, is that they can do so many things to enable and help their offense. And not all point guards in the league have the unique combination of skills to produce that these guys do. And they've done it on a night-in, night-out basis. And I've marveled at their consistency as well.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. They're coming off that win against Minnesota.
Yeah, they really struggled shooting the ball in that game, but still came away with the win. They obviously had to pick up the slack in a lot of areas, and they did it.
Yeah, and Steve, I think that says an awful lot about them as a team when they're able to win despite shooting that poorly.
First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something, you're right. It's LeBron with the drive. Can't hit. And it's Oklahoma City the other way. And LeBron asked who would be on his Mount Rushmore of NBA greats, Steve. He went with Larry. He went with Michael Jordan and Oscar Robertson.
Well, you got to feel like he probably can sort of associate himself with the Big O. You know, the big body, the strength, the versatility. That's what Oscar was all about. That's what LeBron is all about. So nice to see LeBron's recognition of that era of the NBA.
Hard to argue with those selections. He also said he'd better be up there too, and I would agree with that.
And the shot is good. James has got 11 points.
What a start they've gotten off to. A big lead for them. Not even out of the first quarter yet.
And it's not just their hot offense here. I mean, they're playing very strong defense too, guys.
Now here's Durant. Right now averaging 25 points a game. Can they get it? Whistle blows. Yep, that's going to be a travel.
A moment here now to see the numbers for Kyrie Irving. Over the last month, making major contributions. He was 9th in scoring, and defensively, he's been really good. He ranks in the top 20 in the league in steals.
And you don't become a top 10 scorer, Steve, without a variety of offensive moves and a whole bunch of tricks in your bag. So he makes for wonderful highlights the way he can score.
Looking at who's out there now for the Cavaliers. Shawn Marion has checked in for James. Iman Shumpert has come in for J.R. Smith. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Irving. Here's Jackson. They get the rebound. Perkins with the bucket.
If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on a follow just like he got there.
On the wing, Shumpert. There's the triple. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Dellavedova. And that's now 6 points for Iman Shumpert. 50 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Jackson. Thompson with the block. Here's Dellavedova. Marion kicks to Shumpert. Another 3 for Cleveland.
Kevin, you look at how they've built this league, and one reason is their outstanding shooting from beyond the arc. That's always a weapon.
passes it to Waiters. Launches a three. Love grabs the board. Love's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Shumpert gets a wide open look from outside off the mark. The Thunder shooting a pretty distressing 27% here in the early minutes. Back to Jackson. He kicks it to Morrow. Inside to Perkins. The shot open and close and nails it. Perkins got his second basket of the night.
Beautiful dish down low.
Here's Dellavedova. On the wing, Shumpert. And no good trying to get that one. We're at the end of the first quarter, and what a blowout already in this one. Cavaliers ahead, just dominating this one. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Quicken Loans Arena.
Coming.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Cavaliers.
Now, they didn't waste any time getting into a groove out there. They're dialed in from long range.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
On the floor for Oklahoma City getting going here in the second quarter. Russell Westbrook out there with Roberson. Then there's Anthony Morrow. Then there's Perkins. And it's Durant in at the 4 slot. Marion with the steal. And it's Shumpert penetrating. And James throws it down.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets. An exquisite pass to set up Clark that beautiful alley-oop dunk.
Yeah, it was nice.
Just a gorgeous assist.
Deflects the pass. Durant kicks to Morrow. Oklahoma City moving it around. 4-3, Westbrook. And again, no good by Oklahoma City.
Sean Marion with 15 years in the NBA, a very good 15 years, basically talked about retiring even though he was still playing well at the conclusion of last season. Although I guess he did have a change of heart. Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
And he gets it to go.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Yeah, absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding. They are piling up the assists.
A different look now for Cleveland. Smith comes in for Sean Marion. And it's Kyrie Irving in for Iman Shumpert. Then for the Thunder, Adams, he's checked in for Perkins. And Serge Ibaka subbed in for Kevin Durant. Oklahoma City's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Westbrook drives in. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Russell Westbrook, maybe the most athletic and explosive point guard ever to play in the NBA. Some people would say, what about you?
Well, you know, it's hard to say ever, but Russell Westbrook clearly plays with the kind of ferocity that I've not seen at the point guard position. The only guy that comes to mind is probably Derrick Rose prior to his injury. I think Westbrook's aggression, powering through contact, probably gives him the edge. I mean, he plays almost angry.
A lot of torque.
A lot of torque. I mean, it's something to behold. I've not quite seen a guy at the point guard spot bring that kind of athleticism and speed and tenacity to the position.
Well, I like how you mentioned Rose because I would agree, and that's a great way to kind of figure out where he is when Rose is healthy.
Yeah, exactly.
The pre-injured Rose was...
He was right in that same category.
You got it.
Ouch. Another miss to add to what's been a miserable game for him from the field.
Outside Irving. From the arc. And he gets it to go. Irving's got 14 points for the game.
And Russell Westbrook, maybe the most explosive first step in the league. He doesn't just get an angle on his defender. He leaves them completely behind with a free run to launch all those shots around the rim.
Well, I tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
Irving dishes to Dellavedova. Smith for 3. It's hauled in by Adams. Adams has got rebound number 5 here tonight.
Well, Westbrook, once he blows by that first defender, he is absolutely fearless attacking the help defense. High-flying power dunk, finishes with both hands. He's a bad, bad man.
And we get a break in the action. Let's check out the leaders in steals. Russell Westbrook, number 1.
Defensively, his intensity just never drops, and you pair that effort with his natural ability, and that's why he's right up there at the top.
Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Yes, Kevin, Tristan Thompson switched his shooting hand before last season. He entered the league as a lefty, but transitioned to shooting righty. His thinking? At the end of the day, I want to be the best player I can. If that takes an adjustment in my jump shot or anything else, why not make that switch? He's shown he's willing to put in the work, gentlemen.
He certainly is. Thanks, Doris.
Well, we know how talented he is. It's just a question of how good can he become if he continues to put the work in. Russell Westbrook, one of the best success stories when it comes to converting a scoring guard to playing the point. But it's his overall talent that's made him successful. His will, his competitiveness, and his incredible athleticism. Well, Kevin Durant, last season's MVP, but LeBron James has won 4 in the last 6 seasons. He's one of only 5 players to ever win that many, and you can bet he'd love to win a few more.
In the first, he had trouble hitting with any consistency. But here in the second, he's turned it around.
Irving against Westbrook. Outside Irving. Smith outside. Clock at 6. From deep. Irving can't hit. And you remember LeBron James came within 1 vote, Clark, 1 vote of being the league's first ever unanimous MVP back in 2013.
Yeah, he got 120 out of 121 votes. And you know the question was, who did not vote for him? That's a conversation for another time. One sports writer did choose Carmelo Anthony. He said he didn't expect to be the only one. Now he lives in it.
The writer does.
That's exactly right.
Westbrook goes back up. Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession.
You see the stat sheet here on Russell Westbrook. Lately, he's been untouchable. He's been in the zone. You see how his performances match up. First in steals, and as a distributor, he's been really effective, ranking in the top 10 in assists.
And just to mention his steals again, Steve, he's one of those guys who in the zone where it's like he knows what the other guys are doing. His anticipation is excellent. I mean, it's almost psychic.
And here is Waiters. After LeBron James hitting the 3. Pulls from the top of the key. Offensive rebound. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. It's going to go on Tristan Thompson.
You know, even though they're behind, I love the job they've been doing getting to the free throw line.
Yeah, they've been aggressive, and that's really important. You've got to continue to attack.
First one falls for him. Steven Adams from New Zealand, the first Kiwi, Clark, ever drafted in the first round.
And Kevin, he played rugby growing up. He says that it helped him prepare for the physicality of playing inside.
And the Thunder making a switch here. Durant's checked in. Smith with it, guarded now by Durant. And here's James outside. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. We've got 1:08 left now here in the second. Tipped away. Now here's Waiters. He had 10 points in the win against Minnesota.
And one thing I like about Adams, and maybe it's the rugby background, he plays with so much aggression, but always keeps an even keel. He's the one who sort of initiates contact and becomes an irritant with his opponent, but he never retaliates, and that's real toughness.
And here's Jackson following the 3-pointer by Kyrie Irving. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. 35 seconds left in the second quarter. That's good. Irving's got 26 points.
Boy, you look at Steven Adams, he's got an impressive frame. You forget that he's only 21 years old. So he's got room to grow and to get stronger, both when you consider skill development and his physicality. He could really be one of the most imposing big men in the league for a long time going forward.
Well, offensively, he's taken a solid opening quarter and just built on it here in the second.
In transition, here come the Cavaliers. LeBron with the ball. Great open look there. 27 points for him.
Well, they played terrific basketball at both ends, and that's why this lead is totally out of control.
Really been an almost flawless game for him, Steve. No doubt about it.
A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. Cleveland ahead as they wrap up the